my name is Jim Hunt, and today I'm joined with Tax Director at Gilroy, Gannon, Desi Foley. Desi, it's the day after the night before. What do you think of the impact of yesterday's Budget 2019?
Overall, the impact of the budget on people's income will generally be modest. Middle income earners and two-income families were the main beneficiaries, albeit modest. I suppose that the benefits coming from a combination of USC cuts and the widening of the standard rate band. And then in terms of helping people indirectly, increased numbers will qualify for schemes such as affordable childcare. That was one of the objectives of the Minister yesterday.
This is Minister of Finance Pascal Donoghue's second budget. Has he introduced any new measures to deal with some of the more topical issues of the day?
I suppose one of the topical issues he was facing questions over was the housing crisis, and I suppose he's allocated $1.25 billion towards building 10,000 social houses in 2019. He's also introduced a rainy day fund of $1.5 billion, and that's really, I suppose, to have obviously for a rainy day, but to kind of have a greater resilience to larger economic shocks, possibly Brexit.
Any surprises people weren't expecting?
Not really. I suppose the VAT rate increased for the tourism sector to back up to 13.5%. It was cut a number of years ago to 9%, and at the time it was meant to be a temporary measure. It stayed at 9% for longer than probably people expected, and now that it's going back, it's probably harder for people to accept and get their head around. But it's gone back to where it was, and the net benefit for the Exchequer will be nearly €500 million. So it's significant. But I suppose when you think of a small business in the hospitality sector, there's a 50% increase in the VAT rate, an increase in the minimum wage, and an increase in employers' PRSI. So it's going to hit those small businesses in that sector quite hard. In terms of income tax, he widened the standard rate band, but he did increase the earned income credit for self-employed by €200 to €1,350. It's still short of parity with the PAYE credit, which is €1,650. But overall, I suppose no big surprises. The usual suspects, like for smokers, the cost of cigarettes are going up for them again. It's happening every year. It's going to be nearly €13 for a packet of 20 cigarettes.
I'm Jim Hunt, and I've been speaking with Tax Director at Gilroy Gannon, Desi Foley, about Budget 2019. And remember, you can read our full budget briefing for 2019 online at our website, gilroygannon.com.